My company analysis is on FedEx. My name is Karen Salinas, and let's look closely at the company FedEx. A little bit of FedEx history. This is some of the early history. In 1971, Frederick W. Smith founded Federal Express at Little Rock, Arkansas. In 1973, it began its first night of operation in Memphis with 14 aircrafts, which is huge compared to the year 1973. And then the way we see it here is that FedEx became the sole U.S.-based all-cargo carrier with aviation rights to China, and this was in 1995, and the official name now is FedEx. Back then it used to be Federal Express. We continue on to the modern FedEx history. We see that during these years, if you look closely, this is all international data, which means that they expanded internationally in countries like Mexico, Poland, France, and Brazil. On we go to the FedEx mission, which I will read to you. FedEx Corporation will produce superior financial returns for its shareowners by providing high value added logistics, transportation, and related business services. Through focused operating companies, customer requirements will be met in the highest quality manner appropriate to each market segment served. FedEx will strive to develop mutually rewarding relationships with its members, partners, and suppliers. Safety will be the first consideration in all operations. Corporate activities will be connected to the highest ethical and professional standards. Key business for FedEx is to focus on their customers. And this task can be accomplished through many networks, which shown to the right, the figure, which shows there are many branches, ground, smart posts, supply chains. They specifically focus on the very top tier, services, office, and tech connect. Next are the core competencies. They are contract labor, employees who do not work directly for an organization, but are employed by a firm that has a contract to do particular work for the company. This is a little bit controversial for the business because they are not FedEx employees, but are contracted by FedEx, which means they do not have the benefits that FedEx offers. There is a local FedEx driver by the name of Vincent Guerra. He worked as a FedEx employee as well as under a local contractor, and he now became a FedEx Express service driver, and he now has the benefits of the company FedEx. Market performance for the end of this fiscal year. We do not have the ones for this year since they do end in May, but all of these you can tell that the company makes great numbers, and they are very prominent in the freight and also in their industry. They are 50%, they make up 50%. On we go to their major competitors. This is a huge one because UPS is the most out of the other three listed. There is also DHL. This is a local one, Lone Star Overnight, and US Postal Services, which sometimes is preferred because it's very cheap. But the alternative is that UPS and FedEx are a lot faster. Now we go to the strengths. They have a strong brand image, and these are the incentives. They have a personalized rewards program, reliable service, and they focus a lot on social media, and they have a strong revenue growth over the years. When we go to the weaknesses, FedEx does not differentiate on a wide scale. It's specifically FedEx versus UPS. FedEx worldwide expansion is weak. The rising fuel prices affected because they do a lot of ground, and if the fuel prices go up, then their prices go up. And onto the external part of the SWOT analysis, these are some of the opportunities and the threats. The most important opportunity is their consumer relationship, because a happy customer means the retention of customers. Also, the rising fuel prices is the biggest threat because this impacts the company's profit directly. Now we go to the supply chain management. This is just brief of how things rotate for the company, and there's a brief summary of how this is entailed by FedEx. Okay, these are the competencies and strategies. The specific one, their corporation plans on focuses on 5 different strategies to grow as a business, which is good because they collaborate with the company and they differentiate from UPS. How does it differentiate itself? And their biggest strength is obviously information technology. They're the first to install computers inside vans. They have the FedEx Quick Ship and also mobile apps that their consumers can access. Next are the success factors. Their service levels in the business of logistics and delivery. They're based on pricing, strict timelines, meaning those dates that you get your shipments in, damage limitations, delivery accuracy, and tracking. They have what's called a PSP culture, people, service, and profit. Their success offers is specifically service offering. They have printing solutions and packaging for small businesses, corporations, or personal projects. Their competitive advantage, they plan as they go, international infrastructure. They're going to expand into all these companies between 2010 and 2030. So it's a huge thing that they do, expand internationally and kind of focus that based on their competitors. And these are brief figures, and just to specify, 95% of the world's consumers living outside the United States, which is huge. Also, they're expanding their e-commerce, which is really big, especially the 21st century, all about virtual communications. And to summarize this whole presentation, FedEx has multiple solutions ranging from air, ground to freight. Our portfolio is a competitive advantage for a customer advantage value for FedEx.